Good morning, everyone. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, coming to you with the Friday edition of the Morning Market Prep video. Well, I hope everyone is preparing for a nice long weekend. We have a 3-day weekend ahead with President's Day. So we have a market that, well, I don't know what's going to happen here. Anything is possible. Anything is possible ahead of a 3-day weekend. We're now up 6 days in this run, 6 days up. So in fairly substantial move to the upside. The diamonds showing a bit of a hanging man pattern here on the diamonds, and we're right here at price resistance levels, the place where we want to watch for that potential of a blue ice failure pattern. I'm certainly not suggesting that could occur, but it is there. Now, yesterday we had a lot of, this is a massive whipsaw that we saw yesterday in the diamonds with 200 point gap up. We gave it all back and then rallied 300 points. So we had basically a 700 point travel in the diamonds yesterday. If that's not volatility, I don't know what is. So we have to be a little bit careful. And as we plan our risk ahead of a 3-day weekend, it's going to be an individual thing. For me, I'm really going to be careful watching this market today and really focused on price action. The earnings have continued to come out good. Economic data continues to come out good. So it's entirely possible that we could hold up here. Now, as I said yesterday, what I would rather see if the market were to call me and say, Doug, what do you want to see? I would love to see this market now just take a break and rest. Give me a range in here. I don't care what the range is, but give me a range in here where we can just settle down, relax, and consolidate. That would be one of the best things that I could think of that we could see here. Because there's a lot of risk chasing into a 6-day rally. A pullback could occur at any time. Profit taking could occur at any time. And ahead of a 3-day weekend, I think that possibility maybe ticks up just a little bit. So be really careful here as you plan your day forward. I guess more than anything, what I'm trying to say is don't be complacent. We want to look for those low risk entry points, not be potentially buying at price resistance. So keep that in mind. And let me give you an example of that. For those of you who've never paid attention to the price action stuff that I teach every single day in Right Way Options, we want to look for those logical places where the stock has moved up, a stock or an index has moved up, and then it relaxes and proves it can hold on to a trend or hold on to a price support level. So right here in the Dow, we have this big move that we've come up here, very sharp increase in this relief rally. And what we have yet to confirm is that after, in this relief rally, where is price support? Now, we could easily find this, just pull back slightly or just rest in here and find price support right off of this price level right here. So we could just rest right in here and then see buyers step in. And now all of a sudden, we actually would have the beginnings of a good quality uptrend. Until that occurs, we have the real possibility, okay, of a complete failure. We've dropped here, the rally back up, a drop all the way back, creating a typical W bottom pattern in the market. I don't know what's going to occur, and I just want to point out that anything is possible here. Volatility remains high, so we have to be careful with how we plan going forward, particularly into a 3-day weekend. So we just want to look for those low risk entry points where we don't have to gamble on a massive pullback that could occur. We want to see proof and evidence the buyers are stepping in at a support level. Let's take a look at the SPY, SPY, same situation here, rallying right to this resistance level. Bit of a hanging man pattern. It is back above the 50-day moving average, and that's positive. We need that to hold. Um, in through the close of today, we need that to hold. So kind of keep an eye on that. The Qs have clearly taken over leadership of the market. Qs are holding up very, very strong, doing extremely well. Again, 6 days up, really sharp increase. Don't be surprised that profit takers come in. And a pullback here doesn't have to be severe. A pullback here could be nothing more than a really small little pullback or a little rest in here, holding this support level, and then buyers stepping in. And then we have, something to really work with here rather than just a big open potential move to the downside. And that's honestly one of the reasons why we had such a hard sink here, why we fell so hard, because there really wasn't much of any kind of major support in this entire rally. When you have those really long stretched out entire rallies, you have that risk of pulling back to find support. So we don't have any of that here. So anything is possible. So be careful here. IWM, poor guy just can't seem to get it going here. It's kind of the unloved index for the market. It has been all year, just really the last couple of years, kind of unloved, and rallying up still below the 50-day moving average, not quite participating here with the overall market. And I would be really careful watching this for a failure pattern here at the 50-day moving average. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the VIX. Now the VIX pulled back nicely yesterday at the beginning, but notice it actually started to gain some back before the close. And we were rallying strong, and the VIX was showing a little bit of concern. So that might be just a little bit of warning, just a caution level that there's a little bit of stress on the market, that we may have pushed back up too far, and we could see a little bit of profit taking come in. I'm not wanting to suggest, I'm not trying to predict any major selling, just that the possibility of a pullback or profit taking could occur or begin at any time, and that might be just a tiny little clue of that possibility right here. Let's take a look at T2122. T2122, the 4-week new high, new low average. And you can see we're pushing up here really crazy hard toward this, straight down, straight back up. That's volatility. And that volatility can certainly continue to move us higher. There's no reason to believe it can't. But we're approaching that area where we may be getting into that short-term overbought, just a little bit stretched out area. So got a little more room that we could go up. Certainly not suggesting that we are in danger of imminent failure. All right. The only thing that I think kind of raises that question is maybe the 3-day weekend coming up. So kind of keep that in mind. So as you plan your day forward and you plan the long weekend, be a little bit thoughtful to protecting your capital, maybe taking some profits. Luckily, Right Way Options, folks, we're going to have a trade expiring today at 100% profit. We've got several trades holding really great gains. So we're in good shape here to just kind of rest and sit back. We don't have to panic. We don't have to chase. We don't have to do anything. We've added more than 10% to the account so far this year. So let's wait for the good quality trades. There's no sense in battling a market where there's a lot of uncertainty, a little bit of question. So our positions are pretty safe, and actually I would say our positions are actually really safe at the moment. So we're in a good position. Just kind of go into this weekend comfortable, without a lot of threat or anxiety. So be careful as you plan your day forward. Hey, with that, everyone, I want to wish you all a fantastic day, great profits, and an awesome weekend. You know, head into this 3 day weekend, relax, take a breath. Don't worry about it. Perhaps we get fired up here and we continue this rally next week. Perhaps we get a little pullback or a little consolidating rest. I don't know what we're going to get here, but the positions that we're in right now, we're in great shape. So there's no need to really be actively looking. Excuse me. Be actively looking for new trades, or to be stressing out as we head into the weekend. We're in a very good place. So if this is the first time you've seen this information and you'd like to learn more about how we do what we do here in Right Way Options, please do me a favor. Click on the subscribe button on YouTube and the follow me button on Facebook. Click those thumbs up buttons. I really appreciate that. And feel free to share this information with anyone that may find it helpful. Everyone, take care. Have an awesome weekend. And I will talk to you all very soon.